Pilates time. Time for Pilates. So like always, we'll just need our lovely little mat. Maybe some nice sunshine. Just kidding. You can do this anywhere. Anywhere. How are our bodies feeling today, folks? I hope they're good. And if not, I hope they get a little bit better after class. Yeah. So we got a pretty straightforward class today. I don't think I need to go over anything. I think we'll just hop right in, because why not? We're all on this little road trip together, huh? Okay, so you're going to start with your feet as wide as your mat. I'm going to face this way. And you can turn them out just a little bit, but they're going to be nice and wide. So I'm going to roll down the spine all the way, bend my knees as much as I need to sit my hands on the mat. I'm just going to try and straighten my legs as much as I can from there, but don't worry if they don't get very straight. Here we're going to bend our knees plie and straighten and stretch. Again, don't worry if they don't get straight. Bend, plie, straighten and stretch. My hamstrings are a wee bit tight today, so they're not going to get very straight. And straighten and stretch. 4 more. 4. And stretch. And 3. And stretch. And 2. And stretch. Last one. And stretch. Now stay over in the stretchy position. Place one hand in the center of your feet. Reach the other one up towards the sky. And then push into that same side hip. Lovely little stretch towards the sun. And then switch. Other hand comes center. Hips are center here. Stretch, twist that other side up, and then sink your hips to that side. Again, don't worry if you're a little bent in those knees or perfectly straight. You're going for as straight as you can. And come back center. Bend those knees, roll all the way up. And we're going to do that again. So roll all the way down. Bend those knees as much as you need to place your hands on the floor, on the mat. Straighten those legs out as much as you can. And then let's pick it up. Let's bend those knees, plie, and stretch. 2, and stretch. 3, and stretch. 4, and stretch. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stretch. One hand comes center. Reach the other one up for the sky. Sit those hips towards the way you're facing. And switch. And coming center. And roll it on up. So come to the back edge of your mat. And then we're going to reach up to the sky. Hinge at the hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to fall with a flat back forward. Walk those hands out. Inhale here, bend those knees. Exhale, push your hips back. Walk those hands in. And roll on up, reach to the sky. Fold forward, bend those knees, sit those hips back. Walk it on out. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, bend those knees, exhale, push those hips back, walk those hands back to those feet, find your heels, roll on up, reach to the sky, and exhale, fold forward, Walk those hands out. One breath in this plank. Inhale here and bend those knees. Exhale, push those hips back. Walk those hands back. Roll on up. Last time we're going to walk out into that plank. Fold forward. Find that plank. Now in this plank, make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders and you're picking your knees up with your hamstrings, the back of your thighs. Inhale, bend your knees, push your hips back, downward facing dog. Now this might feel like a very long dog, but try to keep it there because we're going to go in and out of that plank. So we inhale back here, we're going to exhale, roll into that plank. So there's a little roll of my spine, and then I extend out when I find that plank, not sinking. We're not doing that. Inhale, bend those knees, sit back. Exhale, roll into that plank. Inhale, bend those knees, sit back. Exhale, roll into that plank. Inhale, bend those knees, sit back. Exhale, roll into that plank. Inhale, bend your knees, sit back. Exhale, roll into that plank. Let's pick it up. We go in, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank. Drop those knees. Find your child's pose for just a brief second. Make your way back up into that plank. Inhale here. Exhale, push those knees back. Walk your hands back to that plank. Roll on up. So we're going to go back into that wide stance we were in. Again, feet as wide as your mat. I'm going to push my arms back. My palms are going to face behind me. So I'm going to push them back. I feel my triceps engage here. And then I'm going to rotate them, thumbs face up as I sit down. Push as I stand up. Thumbs up, sit down. Thumbs up, 7 up. And I'm a 90s kid. And back. And sit. And back. And sit. And back. 5. Lift. 4. Lift. 3. Lift. 2. And 1. Now come like halfway down. So just above 90 degrees. Push those arms back and forward. Back. I guess it's more of a swim. Swim and swim. Add a pulse. Pulse. And pulse. Pulse. Woo. And pulse. Go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on those thighs. Round that spine to roll all the way up. Find the back end of your mat. It's really hot out. So, bring those arms all the way up. Fold forward. Walk out into that plank. Inhale here. Bend your knees. Exhale. Push your hips back into that downward dog. Center your left foot, reach your right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend that knee, pull it all the way in, knee to nose, and then place your foot in between your hands. Now just check for a second in this position. Are your feet like right in line with each other? Or are they still about hip distance apart? Adjust your feet if you need to, as I always do. Center your weight in between your front heel and your back heel. Lift with that pelvic floor all the way up into your core to bring your upper body all the way up. Straighten out that front leg. Now, let's bring our arms forward. If you remember from Tuesday, that retraction of the ribs, this time we're just going to place one fingertip on top of your elbow, fingertip to elbow. Genie, I dream of genie style. But still feel like you're reaching those elbows forward. Bend that back knee and lift. Bend and lift. 3, lift. 4, lift. 4 more. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Sit it down. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're not done. Center, bring those arms all the way up. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your mat. Now try to push that leg right into that three-legged dog. And stretch. Walk that leg down and walk those heels out. Left side. So bring that left leg up. Bend that knee, pull it in, knee to nose. Drop your foot right in between your hands. And again, adjust if needed. Lift that pelvic floor, that core to lift yourself all the way up, straightening both legs. So, again, check in with your hips. Make sure they're even. Bring those arms forward and fingertip to elbow. Try to put the opposite one you had on top, if you can remember. If not, it doesn't matter too much. So, inhale, drop that back knee, and exhale, lift. Inhale down, and exhale, lift. Inhale down, and exhale, lift. Inhale down, and exhale, lift. 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come down, find that hold, and we twist. Inhale here, and exhale, twist. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come center. Reach those arms up to the sky. Pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down by your foot. Push it back straight into that three-legged dog. Stretch it out. Lower that foot, walk those heels out. Bring those knees down. Child's pose. Stretch it out. Ah, lovely. So, make your way back into that plank. Last time, inhale here. Bend those knees, exhale, push those hips back. Walk your hands to your feet. Roll on up. And come back to the center of your mat. We got one more thing standing. And then we'll make our way down to the mat. Alrighty. So, find your feet either hip or shoulder distance apart. And let's do hands on our hips for this one. So I'm going to sit down into my squat, sit back into my heels, right? Weight is going into my heels, but also into the two outer points of the ball of the foot. But my chest is lifted, right? So here I'm going to lift up just enough to move my one leg to a wider position and then back in. Step out and in. All the while sitting and lifting into those hips and hamstrings. Out and in and out and in. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Center, hands on those thighs. Roll on up. Woo! That one standing side is working a little bit more because we're not moving it. So it's the one working a little bit harder than that other side. So, inhale here. You're back in your neutral position. Sit back into that squat. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Now it's the other side. So I lift up. I'm not coming all the way up. You'll notice I'm just lifting up enough to release my leg. And then into a wider position, and then back. Into a wider position, and back. Still digging into those heels. Keeping the full foot on the floor, but I want that butt sitting back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center. Hands on those thighs. Round up through the spine. Take a little break. This was one day that I really should not have forgotten my towel. So sweaty. All right. Make your way down onto the mat. Okay. So, hands right underneath those shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So, I'm going to extend my right leg back and my left arm forward, so opposite. Then I'm going to inhale here, exhale, tap elbow to knee right underneath of you, and reach. Reach. Exhale, tap. Reach. In, out. 4 more, just like that. 4. Reach. 3. 2, and 1. Now stay here. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to place it so my fingertips are touching my thumb on the other side, right? So I'm leaning into that elbow. Now I'm going to open my hip here. Now I don't usually do this. Y'all know I'm a stickler for keeping those hips parallel to the floor, but in this case, I want to open that hip. I'm going to point my toe, and then I'm going to try tapping my knee to my tricep and reach it out, hitting that oblique, and out. Tap, and out. 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Stay here, flex that foot, pulse that leg up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee down. Replace your hands. So now we got the other side. I'm going to reach my other opposite trio or duo out. Inhale, exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, elbow, knee. Keep pushing the floor away with the knee and hand that is on the mat. 4 more. Because I don't want to sink into my hip or my shoulder. I want to keep my balance. And 1. Elbow down, fingertip to thumb, open that hip. Keep the toe pointed. If you didn't have it pointed before, point your toe. And we tap. Elbow to your tricep and back out. Elbow to tricep and back out. Elbow to tricep and reach. Elbow to tricep and reach. 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Flex that foot, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replace that knee. Child's pose. Alrighty. If you were like me and needed a little extra cushion for your knee and your hands, straighten out your mat. This one should be fun. All right. So, if you can, step one foot back, step the other foot back into your plank. We're going to lower down for 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way to the mat. Then, I'm going to inhale here, exhale, lift my legs and my upper body. Put them back down. Now, my hands are right underneath my shoulders. Now, you can try picking up those knees. However, if that's going to force you to lift like that, right, where your upper body goes and then your lower body goes, it's not worth it. So put your knees down, tuck that pelvis, inhale here, and exhale, lift, one motion. Then take those knees up. If you can always keep your knees down for this part too. And we go down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, lift. Replace it down. Exhale, lift. Lift those knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. And down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Last one in the set. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift that Superman or woman or person and lower down. Now, bring your fingertips one on top of the other. Relax those feet, and you can place your forehead on your hands. I'm going to keep my head lifted so you can hear me, but you should be placing your forehead on your mat. So, in this position, I want to tuck my pelvis first, or tighten my seatbelt, right? It's not a big difference visually, but it makes a big difference in what you can feel. So my core is connected, my ribs are pulling down, my seatbelt is nice and tight. I'm going to squeeze my hamstring and glute to lift my right leg and tap it back down. 2 and down. 3 and 4. 5, one straight leg. 6, 7, hold up 8. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Left side. Check in with that core. Inhale here and exhale left. Inhale down and exhale left. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down and exhale lift. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold up 1. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Right leg lifts. Left arm reaches. And then they lift together. Lift. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other side. Left leg lifts, or whatever side you didn't do. Opposite arm reaches. They both lift together. Lift. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Rest. Lovely. So, come on to your knee. You're going to be on one knee with your opposite leg out straight. Ugh. Sun is like right in my eyes. Okay. This is what I get for being outside. Reach those arms side. Now even here, watch if you're extending that low spine and flexing that hip. See if you can tighten that seatbelt, get both those hips to be stacked over your standing knee and tucked. So here, I inhale, tap the mat, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift. I'm not putting weight on that hand. And again, if you don't have the mobility to tap the mat, don't worry about it. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap, lift. One more. Tap, lift. Now you can stay there, here with our arms out, or you can reach those arms up. And I lean over and lift. 2, lift. It's those obliques. 3, and lift. 4, lift. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good. Now, come down onto your side plank. I lied. Come down all the way onto your side. I knew that didn't seem right. So you're going to cross your top leg over your bottom. Now your hips are in line here, but we're going to lift those legs and open those hips and then lift those legs up to the sky as high as you can. lower, and stack the hips. Lean back, lift those legs, lower, stack the hips. Lean back, lift those legs, lower, stack the hips. There's also some inner thigh working here, which is why I have trouble with this exercise. One more. Well, we gotta do it, right? We gotta do things even when we're not good at them. And stay up like that, right? Now, change those legs, change those legs, change those legs, change those legs. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower and down. Whew. Obliques. Good morning. Good evening. All right. I challenged myself. I'm like, I'm really good. I can do like forward abs all day long. I can do abs and deadlifts all day long, every day, for the rest of my life and be happy as a clam. Well, not really, because eventually you would come into problems like that. Bend that bottom leg. Find your level 1 side plank. Hand behind your head. Tap your elbow and lift. Tap and lift. 3 and 4. Now you can stay here for the last 4 or come into your full side plank. Keep going. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lovely. Now let's switch sides. So up to our knee. But I was like, you know what? As a teacher, I've got to practice what I preach, right? Balance and doing things that you're not good at. I am not good at obliques. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not good at them. I'm not good at them yet. I'm kidding. They're just harder for me, So we inhale, tap the mat, and exhale, reach. Inhale, tap, and exhale, reach. Inhale, tap, and exhale, reach. Inhale, tap. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now, stay here or bring those arms up overhead. Here we go. Reach and lift. 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 1 more, 8. Good. You can tell when it's something that I'm like strong at, because my voice just like stays this light little airy thing. But then when I'm struggling with something, I'll be like, You do what you got to do to get through it, right, guys? All right, side lying. Top leg crosses over the bottom leg, and you can use your hand. Don't be afraid to put some weight into your hand. As long as your shoulder doesn't creep up by your ear, that's totally fine, right? So keep your shoulders away from your ears, but then you can use that hand. So I pull back onto the cushy part of my butt, and then I use my obliques to lift my legs, lower, and then stack your hips. Turn, lift, lower, and ideally you would keep your legs glued together the whole time, like that one. Ooh, that was a good one. Yay, me. And turn and lift, lower, last one, and lift. Stay here, and we change those legs. Change, 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 change. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower. Woo. One last thing. This actually is fine. I'm pretty good at this exercise. As far as obliques are concerned, I don't mind this one. That's why I put it in most of my workouts. I do, please. I do what I'm comfortable with. Get out of that comfort zone. Unless you want to stay there. It's all up to you. Okay, here we go. Elbow tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap, lift. If you moved up into that full side plank, try that same level here. 4, 3, I don't know what my mom is doing in the kitchen. 2, and 1. Ah, lower down. Get a drink. I don't know if it's just because it's hot or what, or if it's just something I don't like. Okay, so straighten out those legs. Sit tall on that spine. And let's find those I Dream of Jeannie hands. Now, if you can't sit tall up on that spine with straight legs, bend the knees a little bit. You can even open the knees a little bit if you need to, or you can just widen your legs, right? However, you got to get to that tall seated position. So, fingertip to elbow. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Let's go the other way. Inhale, exhale, twist. Center and twist. It's not very far. Still think rib to opposite hip. One more. And twist. Now, widen those legs to the corners of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, roll down that spine. One vertebra at a time. Inhale here. Exhale, roll up. Find that twist and reach for the opposite side toe. What I am assuming happened is my dad put the dishes away in the wrong places. I can hear my mom right in the kitchen. Inhale here, exhale, roll down. It's the funniest thing. And inhale here, exhale, roll up. Other side, opposite hand to opposite foot, reach. And roll up. Exhale down. Inhale here. Exhale up. Twist and stretch. Inhale, roll up. Exhale down. Inhale here. Exhale, roll up and twist and stretch. Inhale, center. Roll down, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. One more time each side. And tall. Roll it down. Exhale, roll up. Twist and stretch. Come center. Last thing. Bring those feet flat. Tuck that pelvis like you're rolling down, but just lean back halfway. Make little fists with your hands. Place your knuckles together facing you. So those elbows are out. Inhale here. Exhale, twist and twist and switch and switch. I'm still not really thinking twist towards the floor. I'm thinking rib to opposite hip, rib to opposite hip. Four, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to reach opposite knee to opposite elbow. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. Straight leg. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit all the way up, nice and tall. Reach for those toes. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Plant those feet. Here, just let your knees fall to one side. Reach to the opposite direction. Now reach your arms in a T and just open your top knee to bring you back to center, so you're in a butterfly with those legs. This stretch here is one of my favorite little low back release kind of stretches, right? And you can even add support by adding some pillows underneath your knees. You can just rest, release. It releases your low back for the most part, right? Everybody is a little different, so this stretch might not work for you, but generally speaking, it works for a lot of people. And then you could bring what leg was on the bottom over to the other side to switch and keep reaching in that direction. And again, center the upper body, open that leg, open that knee like a book. Bring your feet flat. Hug those knees into your chest. Hug your upper body up into a ball. Take a few rolls to sit up nice and tall. Flip it over. Hands under those shoulders. Tuck those toes under. Find your downward facing dog. Walk those heels out. Walk your feet to your hands, hands to your feet. Hang over those legs. Feet are perfectly parallel. One more big breath in. Exhale, roll up the spine nice and slowly, one vertebra at a time. And we get halfway, push your knees over the center of your feet. Hips over knees, ribs over hips, shoulders over ribs, head over everything. Whew. Thank you for coming. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Lovely.